Hi, my name is James Aitken and I'm a Public Liaison Officer for Alun Griffiths, covering the Southwest region. I'm here today to introduce you to a few videos that showcase our company. In the first video, you will hear from two young employees who've come through our apprentice and graduate development programs. The second video shows the type of work we undertake. The drone footage shows the recent progress being made in our current M5 Junction 25 Highways Improvement Project, a £19 million contract for Somerset County Council. So, a little bit about Griffiths. We are a civil engineering and rail contractor working across Wales and the west of England. We undertake infrastructure projects like new highways, railway improvements, ranging in value from £50,000 up to £50 million. We directly employ 1,000 people, 100 of which are young people on apprentice, trainee or graduate development programs, and we turn over in the region of £225 million a year. Last year we were delighted to win Constructing Excellence's People Development Award. This award recognises the value we place on our people and the investment we make in training and development. The M5 Junction 25 Highway Improvement Project, which you will see in the video, involves enlarging the existing roundabout, widening of the slip roads to and from the motorway, construction of a new roundabout to access the proposed Nexus 25 employment site, and improve pedestrian and cycling facilities. The project will reduce congestion by adding road capacity and prevent traffic backing up onto the A358 and motorway. We offer careers to new entrants at many levels. You can join Griffiths direct from school or college with GCSEs, A-levels or NVQs. Or you may decide to go to university and then join our graduate development program after completing your studies. I should point out that some of our apprentices who join us directly from school continued their studies on a day release basis and achieved degrees, just without the cost of full-time education. The type of roles available are vast and varied. We are on the lookout for aspiring ground workers, plant operatives, site engineers, quantity surveyors, construction managers and project engineers. There are also many roles that perhaps you wouldn't associate with construction, like environmental advisors, IT support technicians, office managers, cost clerks, and public liaison officers like me. Not all roles are based on site. We advertise our employment opportunities, including apprenticeships, on our website, alungriffiths.co.uk. That's Alun spelled A-L-U-N. Or you can email a CV to our careers@alungriffiths.co.uk. It's also worth giving us a follow on Twitter, as we often post opportunities on there. If you have never considered a career in the construction industry, I would also recommend you check out the Go Construct website and take their Career Explorer quiz. I hope you enjoy our videos. And remember, Abby, one of our quantity surveyors, Reese, one of our apprentice engineers, and Steve, our sustainability manager, will be on live chat shortly to answer any questions you may have about their roles and the routes they took to start their careers.
I think I made the right choice by getting into civil engineering because I enjoy turning up to work every day.
Leaving school, through school I finished my GCSEs and moved on to A-levels.
Left with 4 A-levels and headed to Swansea University to study civil engineering.
Started studying accountancy and changed to business studies after a year. It's difficult coming out of university. Obviously you can come up with a qualification but you haven't really got the experience.
I got in contact with Alun Griffiths about a summer placement and I worked there for about 7 or 8 weeks during the summer.
I'd sent a CV in to Alun Griffiths for their apprenticeship scheme. The rail department contacted me to come in for an interview, so I came in, did the interview, was successful and started with Alun Griffiths on a traineeship. My
degree was design based and I wanted to get an understanding of how the site works and how it operates and the actual physical work going into behind the theoretical design that I've been learning about.
The general route for a trainee is you can go straight from school at 16, do your BTEC, move on to an HNC and then you can move on to a degree if you wish.
Civil engineering jumped out at me because I enjoyed studying maths and physics at school, so I think I wanted to apply that into my career.
Because of my previous qualifications, I didn't do the BTEC, I moved straight into HNC. So I've achieved my HNC since being Griffiths and I'm currently doing a degree part-time.
I wouldn't say there was anyone that turned my head to civil engineering, but there were definitely teachers and people along the way that sort of encouraged me not to let anything get in the way of what I wanted to do. Although the fact that engineering was male dominated, I shouldn't let that get in the way of me doing it because I wanted to do it.
You know, if you're interested in, I suppose, science and you like maths and you're interested in how things work and how things are built, you know, it's a great profession to go into if you're sort of curious about things.
Working as part of a team is very fundamental.
Teamwork is vitally important in civil engineering, as it is in most things.
With the role of an engineer, you're not just part of one team, you're part of quite a few teams. So this is the current project I'm working on at the moment in Newtown in Mid Wales. It's costing over £50 million and what we're doing with that is we're building a bypass around the town of Newtown, providing a way for people to go around the town rather than through it. So this bulldozer is actually used to push material around on site that's just been imported and it will give it a nice level and put it through on even layers. So this is one of our larger dumpers on site. It's actually a 35-ton dumper and it's used carrying mass haul throughout site. So it's loaded using the larger excavator and then travels back and forth and at the end point empties its load and comes back and collects more material.
I think I made the right choice going into civil engineering because I enjoy it. It's interesting, I find it interesting.
There's a lot of opportunities within construction, whether it's the construction side itself or whether it's a more office-based role. The general industry is a good one to get into. You
know, it's a constantly varying field that you're in and you know, even if you're a site-based engineer, you'll move from site to site and no two jobs will be identical, so you'll be doing very different things on different sites.
Even if you're sort of more on the business studies or the math side or anything like that rather than engineering, it's still definitely an excellent industry to get into.
In civil engineering you use pretty much every skill that you've got because it's so varied, so I think business will come useful at some point, but yeah, I'm definitely glad I took the step into civil engineering.
I'd say the best bits about the job is definitely working towards the end product. I'm working on structures at the moment. It's a lot of bits of steel and me sort of giving them a line and a level, and then 2 weeks later there's 30 cubic metres of concrete, and then another 2 weeks later there's another 60 cubic metres of concrete, and before you know it you've got an entire structure and you can stand back and look at it and say, well, I helped build that.